All right, guys, round 11 in the Premier League is upon us. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be spending a lot of time talking about Manchester teams today. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. This is Red Card Radio's preview of round 11 in the Premier League. My name is James. I support Arsenal. That guy is Brad. He supports Chelsea. Down below is Sean. He supports Tottenham. And yeah, guys, we are bookended by two pretty massive Big Six fixtures this weekend. We kick off the weekend, the early morning Saturday game, with Tottenham hosting Manchester United. And the weekend ends, the late fixture on Sunday, with City Liverpool. So we're going to have a lot to dissect here on this preview. Before we do that, though, if you could hit that subscribe button, ring the sub notification bell. If you're on one of the podcast sites, hit the podcast with a follow, 5-star review, whatever your platform so allows. It does help us out tremendously. Watch to the end, listen to the end, hit the share button, and you make us happy. You make things, that's really helpful to us. And we really do appreciate all the support that everyone gives us. So
I don't even care if you press play and then go out and cut the grass. Like, just let it play,
the grass.
Or listen to it while you cut the grass. Just let it play to the end.
Yeah, and then make sure you come back to that. Come back and click something so YouTube thinks that you listen to it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Operation Trick Google is 100% still always 100% always in effect. It never ends. It never ends. Okay,
this is a 5-year operation.
Yeah, well, it might be a 10-year operation.
Coming up soon. 5-year operations coming up soon.
Well,
I understand we're talking about my game.
Yes, we're starting at what is it? What was 3 Point Stadium? Is that's what its new title is?
Until we get a sponsor, I suppose.
Yeah, until we get a sponsor. We're starting in North London, Tottenham, Manchester United. Do you want to take it away?
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
I was letting you take. I was letting you take over.
I think everyone in here, I think we would all take a straw poll consensus. I guess that's not what a straw poll is, but we would all agree that United is crap.
As the resident United apologist on this podcast, I'd agree. Yeah.
But they are level on points with 2 out of 3 people in this podcast. So they have rocked up to this season and decided, no, we're back in the mix. So results have been decided, and they're there.
Yeah,
they're here. They're credit needs to be given where credit is due. I mean, they're level on points with Chelsea and Tottenham. Lower on goal differential. We're highest on goal differential. Brad, that means we've scored more goals and conceded less than you. Because we have a better attack and a better defense.
Because that showed up last week.
Actually, no, we don't, because we were level on goals before the game. So we are one less and one more.
Okay, hold on. Let's just for clarity's sake, friends and listeners of the podcast, Tottenham and Manchester United have both scored 17 goals, and Chelsea have scored 18. So,
all right,
this is what we're talking about.
There we go. Yeah. All right.
Didn't mean to bust any bubbles there, but
we are extremely similar clubs, is what I'm saying. In all walks of the game.
To be fair, your guys' records are exactly the same: 5 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses for all 3 of you.
To break down the game, I think it comes down to I think we have a better defense. I don't know that they have. I was thinking of that GIF. I don't think you have the facilities to accomplish that. I'm misplacing the meme of that's from, but it's from, I think it's from an AFTV. I don't think you got the facilities for that, mate. It's like I don't think they have the attacking facilities to be able to break down our defense.
I honestly, I think United's attack has been actually pretty potent this year.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of almost kind of disagree there. I don't think they have
You
to.
think it's just Cunha?
Well, no, but
Is what unlocks it?
Embuemo, Cunha, Sesko, they've looked markedly improved over
Well, Embuemo does
years
scare
previous.
me. As much as I despise Embuemo from his time of trolling at Brentford, and he was a great troll, much like who am I thinking? Much like
Defense,
Vardy,
but I also don't think y'all can make.
Okay,
much
keep going,
much
Sean.
like Vardy. But Embuemo is a troll, and so I despise him, but I do fear him, just like I fear Vardy. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Embuemo is a problem, but I don't think Cunha is a problem. I don't think Sesko is a problem. I don't think Gorkaz is a problem. I'm throwing strays everywhere. I don't think the new strikers.
What did he say mess me for?
Yeah. Like, I don't think these new strikers are an issue.
I'm just saying. I think holistically that United's attack is significantly improved over last season's. I think Embuemo's been great for them.
The only thing that scares me about United is that the introduction of Cunha, and I understand that he kind of plays a quasi 10, maybe false 9. Like, he plays kind of somewhere in between. Maybe a false 9 is probably the best way to describe him of the titles we can attribute to roles. Like, I think he plays somewhere in between a 9, a 10, and somewhere in between. So maybe the false 9 is the only name we have in between, because he's really more of a midfielder as he plays on the field.
Yeah.
He's kind of like what Kane played, where Kane was really more back in the midfield when we were out of possession, and then would go forward. And Cunha kind of does the same thing, and Sesko would operate the 9 role, but and maybe they just have some understanding in the middle. I don't know really how that works. I haven't watched a ton of United football, but my concern really would be that now that Cunha operates that space, it allows Bruno to be his natural role of the 8, to be the box to box, to actually patrol the midfield and protect their 6, which whoever that is.
Casemiro.
Casemiro, who is old. Yeah, so that's what really, and who is good when he doesn't have to run all over the field. So it kind of frees their midfield up to operate in a little bit of more of a funnel situation where Cunha can move all over, Bruno can patrol, and Casemiro can protect their center backs.
I guess,
and kind of funnel things.
I guess what's most damning about Manchester United's attack compared to last year is I honestly cannot even remember who their attackers were last year. It was Rasmus Højlund, Xerxes was there, Garnacho,
Rashford before they.
No, they shipped Rashford.
That was
out
January.
In January, and they never played. They didn't play him in the beginning half of the year. So yeah, like their entire attack is completely new. So I think that
they had a Sancho running around there too.
No, Sancho was on Chelsea last year.
Didn't they have Sancho on loan?
Wait, is Sancho on Chelsea this year?
No, he's with Villa this year.
So he was on Chelsea last year.
Yeah.
I guess I think that this will probably be a high scoring affair.
You think this is like a 3-2, 4-3 situation?
I think it's probably more likely a 4-2 kind of situation in Spurs' favor. I do think Spurs ultimately will win the game because I think that your defense is good enough to stifle their offense. My question is whether you guys will score goals against them. But their defense has been so bad this year that even I think Tottenham's slightly less potent.
As
attack.
you summarily popped our bubble, we have the same goals conceded between the three of us.
No,
right?
no.
Isn't that what you said?
No.
You guys have the least goals conceded. You have 8. We have 11. They have 16.
They have 16.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were. Okay.
Yeah. So the issue is not going to be whether or not Tottenham and United are similarly offensively like productive. I think the question is going to be whether or not.
Well, that was my original point, that I
Okay.
think that our defense is strong enough to be able to handle, and
Sure.
having the great eraser is when we are out of position and having Van de Ven to be able to cover that off is I wish one day that you guys have a defender that is so fast, like, so you can understand how great it feels that just even when you make a mistake, he covers it. It's
Bro,
just
I had Rudiger.
yeah, Rudiger probably same thing. Yeah, Rudiger's really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is how I would cap this conversation about Tottenham and Manchester United. I think I want to take the Manchester United attack of Cunha and Mbeumo and Sesko and just drop it onto Spurs and let that be your front three. And that would be, I think that would be a pretty dangerous team. I think it would be
Well, Kudos has been dangerous all year. Xavi Simons had a bunch of great passes today. And I did take slight offense to people poo-pooing his transfer and taking teams from Leipzig. They expanded it to the Bundesliga, which is just so factually wrong when you have Erling Haaland and KDB, Human Son, Van de Ven. I mean, when there's so many examples of Bundesliga's player that have worked out in the Premier League. Well, when you just put it to Leipzig, yeah, okay, I can hear you with Timo Werner and players that just haven't worked out that come from Leipzig.
Xavi Simons.
Yeah, Xavi Simons. But he has though. He is a good player, and I think it's in a lot of senses, like Havertz was for Arsenal in his first year, where he's stressing the defense in ways that don't always show up on a stat sheet. And so it doesn't show up on assists or goals, but he is stressing a defense and moving defenders that helps, and it's just not showing up yet.
As a general rule of thumb, it's highly irresponsible to claim that somebody's a flop after 10 games.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to have that conversation in April after he's not had a good season, like say this first quarter, first third of the season, he's playing a lot, he's not producing, and then he becomes a bit part player through the second third of the season. If you want to have that conversation in April and say, you know, this guy was touted to be a great signing for him, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Ryan Mason on Twitter was singing his praise about how he's better than Eze, whatever. Like, you can have those conversations in April, but it's November.
The question will be when Madison is back.
Yeah.
They play the same position.
Who plays? Yeah. It's going to be Madison. It's 100% going to be Madison.
But the new rumor is, or the new word is that Madison will not be back this season. This will not be a 9-month. Yeah, this will be a full season because he got injured in the preseason or in the international.
First game of the season, something like that. I don't remember.
No, it was before the season.
Okay,
and that's why we signed Xavi Simons.
Got it.
To replace. But when footballers do their ACL, normally it's a 9-month ish, and then they're back.
Can be, yeah.
Can be. This was apparently catastrophic enough that they've already said no, he's not making it back by May. There's no way.
You know what's funny? I put a score on this match. I just realized that I put a 4-2 score for Tottenham, so I had to go put that in the spreadsheet.
I wasn't going to hold you to that. I wasn't going to hold you to that.
I said the words. I realized, and so it's in the spreadsheet. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, we weekly make picks for all of the matches that are coming up at the weekend. We do this through our Discord, which is linked in the description of this video or podcast. You can join it anytime, and we will pick who we think will win and which games we think will end in a draw for all of the matches in a given round. We dump all those picks into a spreadsheet and we see who is the smartest. Stay tuned to the end of the video or podcast to get the full results from round 10 and the season as a whole. But that's what we're talking about. So let's turn our attention quickly to the end of the week from the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City hosting Liverpool. This is the, over the last 5 years, these have been the titans of English football, and may still be. One of these two teams may win the Premier League this season, and it's just a continuation of the City Pool rivalry. So
yeah,
this is shaping up to be quite a tasty fixture.
I think the question we have to ask is,
okay,
how many Haaland goals equals X Haaland goals equals Y Van Dijk twerks?
Okay.
What is the relationship there?
I see what you're saying.
Because I feel like that's going to decide who wins this game.
I don't have a statistical model to give you a legitimate answer. The fact that I just said statistical model is proof that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Not at all, but it's okay. Neither do I.
None of us
are.
Not a single person on this podcast is a math person. As if you listen long enough, you will recognize that we are not math people. You're going to take umbrage to that, Mr. I have a degree in history.
I am a math person.
Okay.
Who always gets the math wrong?
What was the most difficult math class you took at the greatest institution of higher learning, the University of Virginia's College it was?
I would like, well, if you're going to give me the floor on this,
you got 30 seconds.
I placed into 103.
All right, and now that the time is up, this
placed into 103.
Game.
I took it, and I got an A- in it. It counted for 6 credits. I never took another math class again.
Clearly not something.
Math 103.
That counted for my gen eds. That counted for 6 credits. I'm done.
I'm pretty sure 103 was non-calculus math for non-majors, and it was just like honors math
for us.
It counted honors math. Yeah, and it counted for 6 credits.
Wow.
Well, congratulations on getting that done.
I don't know where Liverpool's attack goes. Right? Like, are you still playing Isak?
Well, this is the interesting question, right? This is the £100 million question: is do you start Ekitike or do you start Isak in this match?
I can answer that question. They started Ekitike against Real Madrid,
and they won.
And won.
So they'll probably start Isak though.
And they started Ekitike against Aston Villa, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken.
And they won.
Now, isn't Isak slightly injured? Is that true?
He's coming back from injury. He's healthy now. Well, he's been playing 60 to 90 minutes when he plays.
Well, he didn't feature against Villa.
This was my point though, that Isak was, well, we knew from the beginning Isak was just a vanity signing. It was a addition by subtraction. You were taking a piece from a rival. Is all you were doing.
I don't,
because he doesn't
push back on that.
He doesn't fit.
I think the only
Ekitike fits.
And
it works.
He did he did not feature against Real Madrid today, so he must be injured. Isak must still be injured.
So maybe then it is Ekitike starting, but like.
What I will say,
but they win when he plays. That's my point.
Let me say this
every time Ekitike plays, he wins, and then they play Isak and they lose 4 straight. So what are we arguing about?
This is my point about Isak: is that Isak was always everyone's number one choice for center forward this summer. If it was Liverpool, if it was Arsenal, if it was Chelsea, if it was United, whoever could sign Isak wanted to sign Isak. And I think realistically, the only 2 legitimate destinations were Liverpool and Arsenal. And clearly Liverpool were the highest option for Isak. And so Isak made it known that he wanted to go there. But Newcastle weren't active sellers in this market. And so they signed Ekitike as a kind of like, well, Ekitike fits the profile. And he's quite a good player. So like he clearly does fit the profile and looks like he will be a great goal scorer in the Premier League. But then it became, they never cooled their interest. This is what I don't understand about the whole Isak conundrum, or they should have just moved on. They should have taken their 135 million or whatever it was that they put into Isak and got a new center back. They tried to sign Dean Huijsen, who went to Real Madrid. So clearly they wanted a center back this summer. They didn't sign any that I'm aware of. I'm not a Liverpool supporter, so I don't know
I don't think so either.
I don't think that they did, because this is the complaint that Arne Slot has kind of been coming up with, is that, we have all of these injuries and, now I can't, especially when it came to the Carabao Cup, we have all these injuries and we have to play the kids now and blah, 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 and fixture congestion. But it's like, you didn't need to sign Isak. In the moment that you made a choice to spend a vast sum on a second center forward when you already signed somebody who you deemed to be a reasonable, suitable option for you.
Yeah, but maybe he's making that complaint because he doesn't have any choice over that. So maybe that's his complaint of you wasted this money.
So you're telling me
I don't have depth anywhere else.
You think that if Arne Slot had gone to, I forget what his name is, the footballing guy at Liverpool, and said,
I'm just making a point. Like maybe he's complaining that he didn't have a choice over this.
I would imagine that he was involved in the transfer dealings and had as much say as anyone else.
Well,
it's just poor squad planning. Yes, Brad. What am I holding for?
They did buy 2 defenders,
but those were
guys.
Left back and right back, yeah, sure. Yes, but you also spent 400 million pounds on a new attack.
It was.
So where did he expect the money to go?
Well, you said.
Well, you're lumping Florian Wirtz in there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Liverpool had a tremendous outlay this summer, but it seemed in the Isak.
They did sign a center back, Giovanni Leone, the 18-year-old from Parma, for 26 mil. Like that, 26 mil pounds. So what's that? Like that's like 35 mil euros.
Brad, that's.
He's hurt.
Okay, we're gonna hear about this kid in 4 years. In 4 years, when this kid is playing gangbusters for Liverpool, we're gonna see all of these tweets on Twitter about how they signed him. You want to know why? You want to know why I know this? Because I see these tweets about Gabriel and Saliba, because we signed them 4.5 years ago for 25 million, and it took them 3 years to get to the point that they're at. Right.
He also tore his ACL. He was supposed to be back, but he tore his ACL. So like
that's why I'm clattering about right now about Vuskovic, who's tearing up the Bundesliga right now as a center back. I'm laying the groundwork. Like when he's ready,
I see that
he's gonna come back to Tottenham and he's gonna
pull a Saliba.
He's gonna be the best center back in the Premier League.
Oh no, he's not. But
when he's ready, but. It's going to take a little while. He was 18 last year, so he's 19. He's 19 years old.
What if okay, but let's say it this way, right? Hey, I signed the 2 most expensive strikers out there this summer. Hey, I signed the world record, the Premier League record midfielder. Hey, I signed 2 defenders and a new goalie. So when Becker's done, we have somebody. Oh, wait, my bad. I've signed 3 defenders for 40, 30, 25.
What's your point? What's the point?
They spent 100 million on their defense. They spent 300 million on their attack, and 130 million on their midfield, and 29 million on a backup goalie.
Okay, so I guess my question is, what's
we can't say that they didn't.
You're not
sign
buying the
people.
argument.
I'm not. No.
That's not my claim. That's not my argument. My argument is not that they didn't sign people. My argument is just that I thought that the Isak signing seems, at this point, a quarter of the way into the Premier League season, it seems like it was unnecessary. But we're saying this now in November, and Isak could still go on to score 25 goals for Liverpool, and they could win the league, and we'd all be like, yeah. I mean, if Isak scores 25 goals, which he definitely has the capability to do between now and the end of the season, and Ekitike scores 15, then we're going to say this was great business. But it just...
we're a quarter of the way there, sir.
Yeah, I can't. It seemed to me that they had already decided that they wanted to sign Isak, and regardless, once he became available, they were definitely signing him. I guess that's the only point I'm trying to make. But the better question is, what happens in this City Liverpool game?
It's at the Etihad, right?
Yeah, it's at City.
Ooh, I don't this.
The Etihad.
I haven't. You know what? You're gonna just have to wait until join the Discord.
Oh, you're not
wait until you see my picks.
He's not putting it on.
Oh,
he's not wearing it.
I
need to think about this more.
Well, I'll go on.
Thank you, Sean,
if he's not willing to.
Yeah, thank you for being brave.
I will be brave. You know what's going to happen in this game, Brad? Let me tell you.
Go ahead, Sean.
I haven't decided yet. Thank you for stalling a little bit longer while I think of who is going to win this game.
I know, right?
What's going to happen in this game while I stall a little bit longer is Liverpool's midfield is going to overwhelm City's midfield, which is something that we haven't been able to say for about a decade.
Okay.
And so Liverpool is going to dominate this game from start to finish. This is going to be a 2-0 Liverpool.
Hold on.
Book it.
I've got one tall Italian piece of information that I need to remind you of, because I want you to think back to last March.
Okay.
Way back so long ago, there was a little team out of Paris, small team, small club. They come from Paris and they came to Liverpool and they played in the Champions League. And there was one man, tall Italian man, who made it so the dominant Liverpool team could not move on. And so, while I agree with some of your analysis that Liverpool will overrun City, I think Donnarumma is going to have a outstanding game. I think he's going to have about 6 saves, and I think City's going to ultimately win the game.
And I forgot about Haaland, so I'm going to amend my score to 2-1 Liverpool with a Haaland goal on the other side.
Ooh.
2-1 Liverpool win.
I think Donnarumma is going to have about 6 or 7 saves, and it's going to be one of those games where Liverpool will rue their missed opportunities and City will capitalize on their opportunities. I think City's going to win the match ultimately. So,
that's strong.
Yeah.
I told you I'm not picking yet. I gotta think on this.
Yep. Yeah. You're unbrave.
You're such a coward, Brad.
That's fine. That's fine. Hey, listen, do you want to see why I am being cautious? Do you want to talk about that?
You know what sums up our podcast so well is that I just created a word, unbrave, and then James just used the correct word. That sums up the podcast so well.
Oh, we got a relegation 12-pointer, and neither one of you guys saw it on the rundown because it's not bolded, but it's this West Ham Burnley game.
West Ham just dump truck somebody. So
did they? It must have been.
They just 3-1.
Some small team. I'm not sure who it was. It's certainly not a team represented by somebody who regularly visits the podcast. Couldn't have been. Couldn't have been anybody like that.
They just 3-1 somebody. So I had been advising someone who bets U.S. currency, and my advisement with the West Ham fading West Ham was eventually Nuno is going to get through. So you're going to want to start. How do I put this? Fade less. on West Ham because eventually Nuno is going to put his imprint on, and they're going to stop losing.
You're saying the decline will arrest and they will start to climb.
Yes,
is the point.
Yes, eventually. And so I was like, and this was 2 weeks ago, and I said, I don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to be soon.
I mean, clearly, it's way too early to say that one result would prove that thinking. But if West Ham get 3 points against Burnley this weekend, I think that would lend a lot of credence to this thinking. That
I think that has been a flattened curve. And then maybe the next result would be an uptick slightly, right?
All right.
Like, so you got to flatten the curve before if it's going down, you gotta flatten it first.
We should avoid the term flatten the curve. we should avoid that term. We're throwing that one out.
Hey, wait, but that's because of that. That's how this podcast got started.
That's a statistical graph.
Yes, I agree with you that it is a thing.
So let's talk about the picks.
With Sunderland Arsenal, anybody? Is that a tasty one?
No, we're not talking
Granit
about
Xhaka?
that.
Okay,
unless you guys lose. Wait. Actually, I forgot about Xhaka coming back. I'm going to open the floor for James to talk about Granit Xhaka coming back. Is it coming back to the Emirates? We're going to the Stadium of Light?
We're going to Stadium of Light. Yeah. So we haven't been to the Stadium of Light in a number of years, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
I'm looking forward to seeing old friends.
Just a quick answer on this. When he comes back to the Emirates, do you guys give him a standing O?
Absolutely. They sing his name at the Emirates.
Okay. All right.
They sing
pre-game. Yeah. Obviously. Pre-game.
I would imagine that when they're doing, so I imagine everybody does this, but when they're announcing the starting lineups, they say Arsenal number 4, and everyone's like, who is the Arsenal number 4? I can't even remember right now. But do we have a number 4? They say Arsenal number 12, and then everyone is Jurien, and then the crowd says Timber, right? So I would imagine that they'll say Sunderland 34, Granite, and then the whole stadium will chant Xhaka. That's my theory. It was dicey. It was dicey that one night in 2019 against Crystal Palace, but after Arteta took over and reintegrated him into the squad, Granit Xhaka is absolutely a beloved figure at Arsenal. And I for one, was very sad when he left. So if I'm not mistaken, I made sure I will have to go upstairs and check my jerseys, but I'm pretty sure that I put his name and number on the jersey that he never wore because it was like the next season's jersey. It came out early, like it got released in May for his the last game of the season, and I'm pretty sure I bought it like in May so that I could get his name printed on that jersey so that I could have a Granit Xhaka shirt. So,
wow,
are you gonna wear it?
Ooh, that's a good question. Will I wear
Sunday?
Well, the problem is I tend not to wear Arsenal kits on game days because I almost never get to watch the games on time. So I don't want to be like walking into like Walmart to go grocery shopping or something like that because I'm a responsible parent and someone being like, "Oh, did you see the game?" And I haven't seen it yet. Like, "Oh, Arsenal suck." I don't want someone to ruin the game for me before I have a chance to watch it. So that's why I don't wear my jerseys in public. I do wear them the day after the game, though, which I think is an equally appropriate time to wear it, win, lose, or draw. Speaking of win, lose, or draw, picks for round 10 in our
let's do this
hyper awesome, beautiful spreadsheet. We had how many respondents? We had 6 respondents this week. We had low scores of 3 and high scores of 6. So there was a tie at 6. We'll get to there. Sean, you didn't have a good week here, buddy. You only got 3 right. You're over there with Chap. Joel had a decent week at 5. Jimmy and Jack were stuck at 4. Interestingly enough, no one got the Forest United game correct. Nobody shockingly picked West Ham to beat Newcastle. Everyone picked Newcastle. And Brad was the only person who picked Chelsea.
I'm sorry y'all didn't believe.
I
forgot that history.
Yeah.
It's been 14 times they've tried to beat us.
Yeah, we had too much faith and too much trust in Thomas Frank. Brad and James tie the weekend at 6 as the.
Good job, sir.
Thank
Good
you,
job.
Thank you. You know, I'm getting there. I'm still languishing in 4th position though. Brad extends his lead on Sean. It had gotten down to 1 point. Brad now has a 3-point cushion between himself and Sean Stradamus. It's 53-50. Jimmy and Jack are getting close at 49, so they're still sniffing around. I guess I'm getting a little bit closer at 48, but it does seem like a insurmountable lead. Brad, if you're looking at these pick percentages, they're all wrong because I never added the extra 10 games. So let me do that real quick. And now all those pick percentages are correct. And so, yeah, that's where we're at.
I was gonna say the second place seems super, super tight. First place is kind of walking away with it, but we will say all that. One bad week. Bad week.
That is a thing. It could just be one bad week. Or you could do it like me and just have one bad season after another. And you are always in the bottom.
Just pick better.
Yeah, easy. Just it's a skill issue, confirmed, definitely. But if like we said earlier, if you want to get involved in this, all you have to do is join our Discord, or I guess technically you could tweet us all of your picks, but that seems like a terrible amount of work. Because we copy and paste a list of games and put it in our Discord, and you just have to copy and paste and add your picks. And you can do it from your phone because Discord is multi-platform. So you could do it from a web browser, wherever it's easiest for you. But join our Discord and do it there. Hit us up on social media. Brad is at KSBradG. Sean is at Whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. Collectively, we are at Redcard_Radio. Hope you enjoy the football this weekend. We will be back next week to maybe commiserate all together because it's the international break coming up after this weekend. So, yay.
No.
We'll be back. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.